Oh, it's a snook. What's up, guys? Chris from One More Cast. So I just made it to Boca Grande. Sun's starting to come up. I went bass fishing last night, so all I gotta do is I gotta tie a top water on to my quantum reel I have. I'm gonna try to throw around some top water, see if I can get nice blow-ups on top water. I'm gonna go directly across and go into this cut that's over here, because last time I was here we seen tarpon rolling there, so I want to get there before the sun comes up too high. So not gonna really mess around over here by the docks because it is a lower tide anyway, so I'm waiting for the tide to come up. It actually smells really bad here right now, not because of red tide, but because of all this. I don't know if you can see, all this grass right here came up from high tide, and when the tide came out, all that grass stayed up there and it smells horrible. But I'm about to tie up that top water. I want to take the Texas eye because it is low tide, so I'm going to be fishing real shallow. So I'm going to put on a mustad grip pin so it comes through the grass a little bit easier, a little bit better. I won't get snagged up on the grass as much as I will with the Texas eye. Then once the tide comes up, I start fishing deeper spots. I'm going to go ahead and put the Texas eye back on and try to get into some nice trout. Last time we were here, we hooked a bunch of nice trout, and I want to try to get a slam today, try to find a redfish, maybe get a nice snook, and hopefully I could jump a tarpon today. So stay tuned and I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys, it took me a little bit longer at the kayak launch. So me and my fiance, we have the same quantum setups. We both have the exact same ones. And when we went bass fishing last night, I put what I thought was mine on my kayak, so I would put it there. I just seen the fluke at the bottom and I just grabbed it because I was throwing my frog on my bait caster. Well, she was throwing her frog on her quantum, so she has two quantums and I have one. So I grabbed the one with the fluke thinking that it was mine, and it ended up being hers. So it had no leader tied on it. The reel was on the handle for the reel was on the opposite side because I reel with my right hand, she reels with her left hand. And her reel actually needs to be re-spooled, so I'm gonna see what I can make out of it today. I want to see if maybe if I hook into something nice on the top water, if it's actually gonna spool me or not. Hopefully she has at least, you know, like 40 yards of line. If she has at least 40 yards of line, I think I'll be all right. All right, guys, so I tried this little cubby, didn't have any luck in it. Tried pitching up underneath the mangroves and stuff. I did see one tarpon roll actually as I was getting ready to come out. Threw at it a couple times, didn't have any luck on it. About to take the top water off though. Right over here, I'm about to take top water off. Probably gonna put a regular jig head on there. So whenever I go toward the middle of the flats, I can probably gonna throw that mirror lure eel around a little bit. See if I can't get any bites on that. That's been working pretty good lately. So I'm gonna get out of here, get my sunglasses on, and try to get some fish out on the flats. All right. I seen something schooling over there. So you can see it over there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I ended up getting this trout out of it. Pretty sure it's mullet over there schooling. But I did see the water movement. So I'm gonna get him over here. I'll pull down my kayak because this is a nice area. Yeah, see, there's stuff over there. There's definitely something over there. But let me get him taken care of real quick. Get a picture with him. Big guy. Oh, there he goes. No picture. He went ahead and threw the hook, so. Oh, it's a snook. It's not too big of a guy, but I've got my trout, my snooks. Not too bad of a snook either. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Got him on that beer run. Oh, wrong side. Oh, wrong side. It's not too bad of a snook. Look at that. That beer run just came out right there. Release him real quick. There's a tarpon actually right over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and release him. Let him get on his way. Right, guys, so I'm heading back. I actually just met a very nice gentleman over there. And we sat and we talked for about 30-45 minutes. So it was a really nice conversation we had. I love meeting people out here on the water. But there's no wind, zero wind. There's no clouds in the sky. It is getting very hot. So I'm actually working my way back to the kayak launch. I am trolling my paddle tail behind me, see if I can possibly get another trout. But for the past hour and a half, 2 hours, there's been zero wind. And there's been, I mean, no clouds in the sky, nothing. It got hot. There's not even any really tidal flow anymore. It's a really slow tidal flow. So I'm gonna end up making my way back to the kayak launch. It's getting really hot. Oh, there's schools of ladyfish. So there's 2 sharks right there. 3 sharks right there. 4 sharks right there. There's 4 sharks right there. I don't know how well you can see him on this camera. There's another shark right here heading right for me. His fin's coming out of the water. There's like 6 sharks right here on this flat right now. Look at him. So I was just throwing this no live paint needed out there, man. And this trout picked it up. Little guy. Little guy. Just throwing it out there at those tarpon, and dang, that guy got it. So. What's up, guys? So this is the end of the video. I'm actually doing my outro now because I have all this nasty grass. I don't know if you can see behind me or not, but all this nasty grass is just sitting on top of the water. I mean, I was trolling my paddle tail, but it was getting caught up with all this grass. But it was an okay day today. I only caught 3 fish today. You know, 2 trout and that snook. The snook wasn't a bad snook. It was a nice snook. But I seen a lot, and that's another reason I love being out here. And I used to come out on my boat or come out on my kayak, and of course I always come out and try to catch as much fish as I can, but I don't let that bother me as much anymore because I love seeing everything around me. I've reached a point, you know, of my fishing life where I just, you know, I just love being out on the water now. I mean, that school of tarpon, there had been like 20 tarpon in it. I threw everything I could at shrimp. I threw paddle tails. I threw, I mean, kicker crab. I threw the miridine. I threw everything I could. 3-inch paddler, 4-inch paddler, all sorts of different sizes. They just wouldn't eat. There's no clouds in the sky right now. Sun's directly above us. It's hot, so that could have a lot to do with it. I do have the no live bait tied on now. I didn't think to put it on. I was just switching out plastics off of the hooks I already had on. So if I do see one on my way back, I'm definitely gonna throw at it. But it was a good day out here. I mean, I seen what, 5 or 6 sharks just within feet of me. A bigger tarpon was within, literally I could have touched it with my paddle. That's how close it was to me. So that's why I love being out here in my kayak. I mean, if I was on my boat, I probably wouldn't have seen any of that, because where I was shallow. I mean, and I'm so much more quiet in this. There's no motors running, no live well pumps. There's nothing running on this. So it was a good day out here. And I also met a very nice gentleman out here. His name was Steve. He's a really great guy. We talked for probably 45 minutes or so. We just sat there talking. I mean, I just met him on the water and we just sat there and we talked, and he ended up actually hooking into, I'm not sure if it was a tarpon or not, but he yelled, "Hey, I'm hooked up." I heard him yell, but then he also told me, like, I was working my way over and he's like, "Chris, tarpon." And I started going over toward him, and then as soon as I stood up, I seen the school of tarpon was right in front of me. I didn't even see them, and they scared off. So maybe they were already on a little bit of high alert, so that's why they weren't eating. I don't know, but, and I love meeting new people out here. I mean, it's great to meet people out here and other people that enjoy doing what you like to do. So today was actually a really good day in my books, just because, you know, I met a new angler, and I've seen so much out here today. I mean, the stuff that I seen out here was great. There goes a trout. But this in the video, if I end up catching something, I'll definitely put it in the video. I still got about another quarter mile to paddle. So once I do drop off out of this nasty grass, I'm gonna start trolling my paddle tail again. But I'm gonna get out of here, and remember, there's always time for one more cast. I'll see you guys soon.